After learning about what Reagan Reward has to say about Missy's ending, I am more furious about young Sheldon being cancelled. It has just been a little over a month since the emotional Young Sheldon finale aired. While I do believe that George's funeral is the Big Bang Theory universe's best episode, I can't help but think about the wasted potential of wrapping up the show prematurely. Young Sheldon was TV's #1 comedy for the 5th year, taking over TBT's spot. As Mima actor Annie Potts called the cancellation, it was seemingly a stupid business move for CBS. The reason for Young Sheldon's cancellation had nothing to do with ratings, but the Big Bang Theory canon. I know this because I spearheaded Screen Rant's coverage of the Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon for years. Long before we had an established base of readers, I was already writing about the shows, both for news and features. Naturally, I covered the Young Sheldon finale with extra gusto, knowing that it was the end of Sheldon's 17-year run on TV. Despite the title, however, I remain fully convinced that CBS could have continued it past the Boy Genius exit. My feelings about Young Sheldon's cancellation have already been skewed towards the negative side. But upon learning about Reward's comment about the way it handled Missy's end, I have become more furious about it. I like Missy. She's one of my favorite characters in the show, and one hill I'm willing to die on is that Young Sheldon missed a big opportunity by underutilizing her. Young Sheldon Season 6 attempted to fix this by giving her a proper arc, but by Season 7, she was relegated back to a supporting character even though the rest of the ensemble's roles had grown. On the heels of the show, Rivert admitted that she feels bad about Missy's Young Sheldon end. She is heartbroken for her character, not only because she lost her dad, but because she was left with a mom that wasn't capable of being a mother. In The Big Bang Theory, Missy was the least successful Cooper sibling, something that I already pointed out back in 2022. While Sheldon got a fresh start upon his move to California, and Georgie's story will continue with Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, young Sheldon left Missy in such a horrible state. Missy's arc could have been rectified if young Sheldon had continued. While the show's creatives have argued that Sheldon's move was the organic end of the show, what they failed to consider is that the prequel had long outgrown its premise as the Boy Genius origin story. A big part of that was because of their writing. In recent years, Sheldon's storylines were less compelling than what the others were going through. Essentially, the Cooper's story in Texas will continue via Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, but Missy won't be a regular, making it difficult to develop her story. Georgie's arc as a new father can concurrently progress with Missy's more stereotypical experiences as a teen, while Sheldon could drop by from time to time. Had Chuck Lorre and his team simply rebranded young Sheldon to the Coopers, then CBS wouldn't have to make this awkward transition to Georgie and Mandy's spinoff. In The Coopers, the show could finally fully embrace the grounded storytelling that young Sheldon leaned on the last couple of years. Georgie's arc as a new father can concurrently progress with Missy's more stereotypical experiences as a teen, while Sheldon could drop by from time to time. I am fully convinced that this was the perfect plan to continue young Sheldon without breaking canon, and that viewers would continue to tune in. Can the Big Bang Theory universe make up for young Sheldon's Missy crime? The Big Bang Theory universe's options are currently limited. Missy barely appeared in The Big Bang Theory, but based on her few appearances, she wasn't exactly thrilled with her adult life. That said, Jim Parsons' adult Sheldon narration in Young Sheldon did reveal that she eventually led a happy life after her final appearance in the nerd-centric sitcom. Still, it doesn't carry that much weight, considering that it was just a passing statement with no additional information. As previously mentioned, Missy's story can continue via Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Maybe after a cameo or two, CBS will change its mind and bring her in as a series regular. If not, then that's likely the end of the character. I find it strange that Missy's final young Sheldon scene was her being a goof. Not only was this uncharacteristic, but it also contradicted her final arc in the series, which was focused on her grief about George's death. Somehow, that made young Sheldon's years of neglect worse.